a program called Back on Track, one of the first programs of its kind in the nation, where we looked at how to bring in the business community, the Chamber of Commerce, downtown folks who would never look twice at a kid who was arrested on the streets for a nonviolent drug offense. Bring everyone in one room and say, what do we do about this ridiculous, ridiculous state of spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on a very small group of young people in this city who are indeed breaking the law, but we can do better as a system. So crossing the aisle and create new opportunities, we created now a program with the Justice Department recently, just honored as one of the nation's best in terms of providing rehabilitation opportunities for young people under the age of 24 who are nonviolent, who find themselves in the criminal justice system, saving the state every single year up to $8 million by operating a program that costs less than $500,000. The only way that we were able to do this, and that program is still robust and still going on, is because we had to convince the naysayers on all sides that this was the right thing to do. That when a young person can literally plead guilty for committing an offense, then the state must do everything possible to rehabilitate that person, and that doesn't mean locking them up necessarily in a cage. Not about politics, more about principle. If a young mother is arrested for carrying street drugs, shouldn't we make sure and push that she never does it again? The statistics in California, and I'm sure they're similar here, because they are all over the country, for nonviolent drug offenders, I'm talking about small, low level, 76% recidivate, meaning go right back to jail within 2 years. So that means that little hole, or what I call that little timeout, for many it's not working. So creating a new formula to create robust communities, and not just a timeout for 2 years, it's going to cost $140,000. That's what we needed to do. We did it. Working with law enforcement to me was such a wake-up call. And while my comfort level wasn't always there, being able to go back and tell those stories consistently on a day-to-day basis about young people in the streets, all those years that I had worked with young people, all of those jails and prisons, all of those funerals, all of those weddings and graduations, the culmination of experiences, and then working again with prosecutors who every single day, their full worth was about seeking justice. But I had all these public defender friends who were like, Lateefah, I cannot believe you sold us out. It was never a sellout. It's about working with everyone in the criminal justice system to create better opportunities for the folks who we knew were coming back into our communities. When I took this challenge, this new challenge of being 34, being a non-lawyer, and working at an organization that John F. Kennedy had started, the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights. The first non-lawyer they've ever hired to run the firm. It's rather large, about 20 lawyers right now. It tested me, day one, the day that I got in there. You just got your education taken care of. We're Ivy League attorneys. What do you have to teach us? So yeah, you create this great program with your district attorney, but now you want to come and run a public interest law firm. Yeah, the board hired you. That's when I woke up. That's when I truly realized this advice that Ms. Edelman gave me. If you are going to work in the business of transforming the civil society, you must lead fiercely. You must lead fiercely, Lateefah. You gotta grow up, she said. And you have to understand that all the pieces, from university to your family to your grandmother's story, the story of your grandparents and their migration from the South to California, Those children that you met on the streets, dig deep inside you and understand that children, this is what really got me. You know, when you meet these mentors and when they talk, you're like, whoa. The children's voices must come through you. Many were never given a soapbox or the privilege of education. You don't have a choice, she said. The elders and the mentors will be gone in 20 years. Will be gone. So that means you must be a healer, and you must also cross the lines and be a policymaker. Like, whoa, that's a huge set of skills. But she said you must touch the faces of young people, and you must also have the knowledge to then create both policy and direction. It's not an either or. It's not an either or. Be a Harriet Tubman. Be a Phyllis Wheatley. Be a Eleanor Roosevelt.